Howdy everyone, this is Nutz, and you're watching a map tour of Wasteland. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How are you guys doing today? Today we get to take a look at a brand new map called Wasteland. Wasteland was modded by Tenho. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly for you. It is 168.7 megabytes to download, and I tell you what, let's go ahead and read what it says in the description. Welcome to Wasteland. The most challenging experience of your life awaits you. You do not own anything, and even money is only for basic needs. In the Wasteland, you can work as a farmer, a lumberjack, and a map has been added to TP Fruit, which also allows for variety of soils and their use. Have fun in the wilderness. Well, I tell you what, it is wilderness. Oh my goodness, let's take a peek at the map. But first, I did take and start this game in new farmer mode. If you notice, I have a ton of money up there. That's not what you start off with. I added some money for myself through the F11 or Easy Development mod, just so I could demonstrate some of the stuff that's going on here. Let's actually go ahead and change the time so we can get a better lighting for what's happening here. And let's take a look at the map. Now, this is the map. Yep, you betcha. And you take a look at this, this is what you can purchase. Now, I know what you're thinking. It gives you very No Man Land vibes. And I tell you what, that was the first thing that came to mind when I saw this as well. And as you can see, the base price for majority of everything that you can buy is $9,830. There are a couple plots of land, like that guy, this guy, some of these other weird ones out here. They do have an added value to them, but that is for a very, very specific reason. Let's see here, like this area right here. You see these little bits and pieces where you have these oddly shaped things? You can do yourself a little bit of mining on there. I know. It's kind of unique. It has that No Man's Land feel to it when you first take a look at it from here, but there are some pretty stark differences, that is for darn sure. You only have 3 sell points on the map here. These two guys right here, Wasteland Market, Wasteland Bales, and then Wasteland Sawmill. So let's take a look at some of the prices here really quick. Oh, and this is new farmer mode. Nothing. So you start with $100,000 and no land whatsoever. But as you see here, the prices are pretty reasonable. You can go ahead and jump on and start doing things. Like the description said, money is not necessarily a necessity, but it is something that can help you out in the way. It really does mean that. So let's take a look at this starting over here. You do start with just your basic crops. There aren't any fancy crops that come in here or anything else. That's just what reality is, the situation. But we do have a couple other things over here. Now, this is what I was talking about when you can do some of the mining aspects of it. Now, I believe this is all French. I did take and get a translation on this stuff, so we'll kind of go through what's going on here. Now, as for what they actually mean, I'm not 100% sure, other than this is coated, this is ballast. There's really no change there. This is concrete. This is crushed. This is earth. This is gravel. This is dairy. And this is sand. I'm assuming dairy means that it is some sort of white gravel, sand, earth, something like that. It's white in nature. It has that white milky color. I'm assuming that's what that is. So yeah, so you do have these other bits and pieces, and like I was saying back over here on the map, that's why some of these other properties are a little bit more valuable, because they do have those minerals on there that you can mine. Now we'll go ahead and we'll hop in a vehicle. I do have let's get that off there. I do have a vehicle out here so I can demonstrate what you're going to do for the mining aspect of the thing. You cannot do any mining on here unless you buy the property. So that was one thing I made a mistake on when I was first looking at this map, kind of wandering around seeing what's going on. I tried digging and I couldn't get anything. I didn't understand it until I realized, yeah, I got to actually purchase the property. Once I purchase the property, then I can start doing what mining there is. We won't do that at this second here. We will start off with, we will purchase a truck so that we can go ahead and maneuver around in. I just like making it a little different, just so it's something different from what you normally see. And like I said, you start out with only $100,000. I want to stress that. I have way more than that right now, just for aiding in the demonstration of what we're doing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do the standard, hey, let's just take a look at the town, since this is the town that we're in. Really quick here. Now, you come over here like this, and here is one of the sell points. Now, I had questions for myself when I was looking at this. You can buy bits and pieces of the town and add more sell points in there. Obviously, at that point, I don't think you can actually buy any more sell points. Okay, no. Pretty much the only mods that I have on right now are just easy development, and that's pretty much it. HUD display, HUD smart shader. I don't have anything, but this definitely looks like it'd be a good map if you want to add more sell points or other things. You can really build this town up from what it is, just as an example, as you would potentially do on No Man's Land, where you have the mods that is part of Alien Gym's stuff, but you can go ahead and put your own mods on. That's the very same thing with this. You could put your own mods on here and really develop the town if you're not satisfied with what's actually here. I want to say that right here, I don't want to say, I will say with confidence, right here in front of the shop where this truck spawned, that is the restart point. So if you do have to pop on out and you do have issues, you have to reset one of your vehicles, it will spawn it directly in front of the shop right here. So that could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. If you're way on the other side of the map, no, not a good thing, not at all. But like I was saying, you know, here's one of the sell points. This is where you're going to do all your grain. The other one back over there where we were at was the wood shop. Right on the other side of the shop here, this is where you'd end up selling your bales, silage, all that jazz. So pretty much the focal point of the town is the shop. So I mean that's what it is. It really is a pretty basic town. There's not much to it. It's yeah, there's not even people. I mean, you have a harbor over there. I took a look at it. You cannot operate either one of those cranes, so that's nothing that you can do with. So I'll be honest with you, if you're taking a look at the town and you're already wanting to leave because you're bored of it, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. There's not much here in the town to look at. The buildings they're kind of generic buildings, I'm not going to lie. But honestly, if you're playing the game to play the game and you want to do these other functions, that's not where it's at. I will tell you, I really do like the color of the water here. I do kind of like the action that the water has. That is definitely a plus. And you can kind of see as it goes off in the distance, the water does change color. The shading is different. That is kind of a neat little aspect of it. One thing I didn't do is you see how they got the cranes on both sides of the harbor. I'm not sure what's going on over there. Maybe there's something that you can do to develop a bridge. We'll go over there and take a look at that here really quick. But this is this is where you start. This is where you can start buying farmable land. Yeah. Yeah, what do you do from here? What do you do from here? Except maybe wander around here and... Yeah, I mean, look at this. Really has a Jurassic Park feel to it. Oh yeah, there we are. We're on the other side now. And this is where I think you could make a distinction, a large distinction between this and other open area maps, I guess is the best way to look at it. The open area, like the No Man Land-esque sort of thing. This map really does give you the option of whether you want to farm or do forestry or a combination of both, just because it really does kind of look like wilderness where, all right, you have these large rock formations sticking up out of the ground, you have trees, you have lowlands here where, you know, it's there's no trees growing. It's pretty neat. We're not going to do a lot of driving around, to be 100% honest with you, because I think with this map, it's going to be better to look at it from the sky, just because of the way it's set up. There are some pretty steep hills, which we will go ahead and take a look at here, but I want to stop over here by this fast track that I have out here. Now, I picked the fast track not necessarily because I'm a huge JCB fan, so if there's going to be any comments... Oh, shoot, sorry about that. If there's going to be any JCB comments like, yeah, go JCB or anything like that, it's a fast tractor, guys. It's right in the name, fast track. All right, so as you can see here, nothing's happening. Absolutely nothing's happening. They have that little bit in there. That's from me. I don't have access to this land. I can't even dump the rock down. And this stuff right here, oh shoot, I can't even read what the heck that says. I think that's the... This comes in, it says rock, but this is that that stuff that's labeled as dairy. So that's kind of what we're looking at right here. Let me take and purchase this land right here to demonstrate for you. Buy. Yes, and as you can see, it's much more expensive than the other stuff, but you're going to be able to make the payouts. All right, so as you come in here like this, and as you can see, we took a little bit off. We do have rock in the bucket, and it is, like I said, that dairy stuff. So however you want to go about doing it, I have seen people... I don't know. I guess it depends on what your level of realism is when it comes to this. I've seen people set up belts and go into trailers and then take the trailers off and do that. I've seen people take front loaders, whether it's this or it's the big front loader that you get in the game where you figure you'd see it like in a quarry or a mine or something like that. You could use one of those, put it in trailers, get it out of here, however you want to go about doing it. I guess depending on how you want to farm, that's really going to depend, or I should say, depending on how you want to mine, that's really going to depend on how you would want to proceed, I guess, extracting the minerals from the ground. So I'm just going to tab over really quick because I have the ability to walk really fast on there, and it's kind of odd. So for the sake of our eyes, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up. We're going to go over to this, I don't know, this weird looking thing in front of us here. I know what it is, but we'll drive on over there. Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, as you can see, I'll just use this as a moment to kind of figure out what I'm doing. But, oh, no. All right. So, guys, we're just going to pick this thing up and throw it. I'm sorry. But it does go ahead and show you right there that this is a very, very rugged terrain that you have to work with. There are some massive hills, which we'll go and take a peek at really quick here. But I think by getting down here and really seeing this kind of shows you that there are, you have the potential to do just about anything here. You can farm on the side of a hill. You can clear out this land by this lake over here, and that's what this thing is. It's a lake. Now, I did get a tank over here, and I was able to fill it up with water. So this is a water refueling, water replenishing, I'm not sure how you want to look at it, a water filling station. Let's say that, a water filling station, that's what this is. So you do have that going for you. So let's come over here. I want to take a look at this crane really quick before we start flying again, or before we start flying and get more of a bird's eye view. I'm going to bring the map up here for just a second because I have a theory, but I'm not sure if that theory is correct. So I think this would be kind of a neat map. If you guys are a fan of No Man's Land, I have a feeling that you may like this here, just because it's not flat. I mean, No Man's Land is not flat by any means, but this definitely gives you more of a terrain feel to it. Now, I got this outside feeling. I could be wrong. I wonder if you can build a bridge across here, and that's the whole purpose for this. I don't know. Maybe there's a barge or something you can do. I'm going to turn on the help menu for just a second to see if this spawns anything. All right, so what I'm going to do really quick, guys. Shoot, I got the save on. Oh, well. I am going to buy this land. Yes, and I'm going to buy this land. Yes. All right, now does that create anything for us here? I'm going to kind of just go slow here. No, it's not really doing anything at this point. I'm going to come over here really quick and then come over here because there is like a little green indicator on the map, and we're going to see what the heck that is. You know, I'm not sure what's going on here, but it almost seems like you could potentially get a ferry going across here. I don't know. I don't even know if I can climb up this. No, I can't climb up that, but I don't know. Maybe in the future they'll go ahead and add a ferry to go across this. I think that'd be kind of nice, or a bridge or something. I don't know. You got the oil derrick out there, or the oil platform, the oil rig. I'm going to tab back over to get over into the truck really quick. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I can see potentially in the future there being a map update that allows that to happen. So at this point here, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to fly up in the sky like Mary Poppins, and we are going to see what this world looks like from up above. And I tell you what, I did this a little earlier. You really get a pretty darn good feel of what's going on here once you get up a little bit higher. Now, the terrain is rugged, like I said, but you can kind of see where there was potentially an old route driving through here. Like there once was a road coming through. That's kind of the vibe I get from it. And you'll kind of see what I mean once we get a little bit farther over this way. There's little high spots in there. There's a little island. Well, it's not an island, it's a peninsula you can get over to. But all of this over here, get in a little closer. All of this, yes, it's hilly, but it is farmland. And if you want to go ahead and farm on this, obviously you'd be looking at getting some larger machinery. Maybe you might look in your eyes and say, hey, make the decision it's not worth it to hill on the land. Maybe it's worth it to, I should say, it's more worth it to farm on the lower land than it is up here. Maybe do a little forestry. And then down here, there's another area where you can mine, and this is where you have multiple different types of ground, types of mineable soil, I guess is the best way to look at it. Which this here, it almost makes me feel like there was a volcano here at some point and it exploded, and that's kind of why all that land over there is kind of jacked up, messed up. Yeah, there's 3 different types, I think, up here of soil or grain or whatever. Not grain. Oh, 4. Okay, so there's 4 types of dirt. ground mineable material. And in order to get all of those here, that covers, I think you can get at least a little bit of everything out of just buying these 2 plots right here. But obviously at that point you're going to need to find a way to get down there. You're probably going to have to build a road up along this route right here. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at here. And I can only assume, because this stuff is way tucked in the back, that's probably the most expensive material that you can get. Oh man, I tell you what, guys, this definitely is an interesting map. It puts a twist on that pioneer farming atmosphere, that pioneer type map. Yeah, I definitely like this. It's got some different challenges to it, different aspects of it. I really think it gets a little bit of everything, minus, you know, the factory aspect of it. You possibly could go ahead and do some factories, put some mods in here, customize this, make it a little bit more friendly to what you want to do. But honestly, guys, I tell you what, if you're looking for a good pioneer map where you're just getting out there all alone, heck, you could even find some dinosaur mods, throw them back in here, call it the Lost World, I don't know. I tell you what, though, yeah, you better bring a hatchet, you better bring a clean pair of underwear, because when you get out here, you're going to be out here for a while. Oh, man. I tell you what, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Help me out. That'd be great. Share this map with somebody that you think that you would like, or that they would like. And I tell you what, thanks for stopping by.